What's up everyone, and welcome back to another New Comic Book Day haul. I am your host AR Comics, and today I'm going to be going over my top 10 list for New Comic Book Day, October 13th, 2021. What I thought was going to be a light week for new books actually turned out to be a fantastic New Comic Book Day. But before I get started off on this top 10 list, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that's going to keep you up to date on all of the latest releases. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's talk about this top 10 list and last week's giveaway winner. So I hope you all are having a fantastic New Comic Book Day so far this week, and you've enjoyed all the books you've read so far. The winner of last week's giveaway, this Mullet Cop issue number 1, and we did hit 6,500 subscribers, so I will be adding a nice little key in there as well, is Illuminati Husker. Thank you so much for entering into the giveaway. Make sure you comment down below on my pinned comment, and we can discuss how I'm going to be getting these books out to you. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video, because that's when I'm going to be talking about my next giveaway, and you do not want to miss out on this next one. It is awesome. But now let's talk about the real top 10 list. Alright, so to kick this list off first, we've got coming in at number 10, this is AWA's brand new series. We've got ETER, issue number 1. This is cover A, and this is a giant-sized debut issue that features 2 different stories. In my opinion, it really wasn't that bad. The artwork was okay, but as far as the story goes, it's just not really my thing. It really deals with the whole healthcare system and just healthcare workers. So if that is your career path, you might like it a little bit more than I did. But to get into it without too many spoilers, it's basically we have a universal healthcare. It's people from all different planets. We have aliens, and they are in this kind of basement hospital that shouldn't exist, and they deal with different life forms from all different planets. So the issue itself is just kind of them dealing with all of these different patients, and then they bring in some other patient that kind of is the actual real story. Like I said, I don't want to spoil it too much, but for those reasons, we've got it coming in at number 10. Like I said, wasn't really that bad, just not my thing. And next up on my list this week, we've got coming in at number 9, this is Ablaze's He Who Fights with Monsters, issue number 2. This is cover A, and this wasn't a bad issue. I thought it was going to go a different direction, but I'm happy they took this pathway instead. So the first issue, I liked it a lot more, mainly because it felt fresh and it was new, and it was just something really different than everything else that I read that week. But with this issue, I thought they were going to discuss the monster, that golem, a little bit more, but instead they really dove a lot deeper into the plot itself, and they gave a lot of these characters some more personality. So I really like what they're doing with the story, and then they left us on a nice cliffhanger as well that's leading into that third issue. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I really want to see what this monster is. So for those reasons, definitely check it out if you haven't already read it. It's only 2 issues deep, and the third one's going to be a banger. We've got He Who Fights with Monsters, issue number 2, coming in at number 9. And next up on my list this week, we've got coming in at number 8, this is Marvel's The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 76. This is cover A, and yes, I continued on with this next issue of Amazing Spider-Man. After I read that first issue, I thought to myself, I don't know if I'm going to keep reading this 3 times a month. It seems like they're really trying to push out Peter Parker and make Ben Reilly the whole new Amazing Spider-Man right now. Didn't really care about that. I'm not a huge fan of the clone stuff to begin with, but you know, I gave it another shot, and I honestly really did like this issue. I like the artwork, and it's not as much as them trying to push out Peter Parker, because he's still in the story, and he still has a plot. They're just kind of making Ben Reilly the main Amazing Spider-Man right now. There's a couple cheesy lines in there, kind of giving him his blessing, but definitely check it out. If you are really sick of the whole Last Remains, the old Amazing Spider-Man stuff, this definitely feels fresh compared to the other volume of the series. Let's talk about this one a little bit more down low, but for those reasons, we have The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 76, coming in at number 8. Next up this week, we've got coming in at number 7, this is Marvel's Miles Morales Spider-Man, issue number 31. This is cover A. I love this cover, by the way. And I know when I talked about issue 30, I gave it more of a negative review. I said in the grand scheme of it, it didn't really seem like it made too much sense. It was just Miles setting up a date with Starling and just him flying through the city. There's a couple little backstories in there as well. I love Starling as a character. I am so happy that Saladin Ahmed is kind of bringing them together, making them a little team, maybe a little love thing as well. And this issue made the last one all worth it. Maybe if they combined them both, I would have loved it, but to have it separate and then wait a little bit to read this one kind of brought it down a little bit, but this was a fantastic issue. It was a lot of action. They brought Taskmaster into it, and it was just an all-out brawl between the three the entire time. There really wasn't too much else to this issue. It was just a lot of action, but the one thing that I loved is I just love seeing Miles and Starling communicate with each other and just them being together. I think it's a great group, and I really want to see them both going forward. So for those reasons, we have Marvel's Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 31 coming in at number 7. And next up this week, we've got coming in at number 6, this is Marvel's The Immortal Hulk, issue number 50. This is the giant size series finale to it. I thought it was alright. I'd say overall the series was okay. Those first maybe 20 to 25 issues were phenomenal. I loved what they did to the Immortal Hulk, but obviously they had to go some sort of pathway with a story. They couldn't just keep showing Bruce Banner Hulk going from town to town being this monster and kind of a myth. They had to make something of it, and I think Al Ewing overall did a pretty solid job with it. What they did with issue 50, though, I wish was more spread out throughout some of the other issues. The backstory that they were trying to tell in this issue I thought was fantastic, but I wish they would have told that over the last arc or two that led into this, so then this whole issue could have just been them in hell, the below, and they just could have focused on one massive fight instead of all these different stories kind of trying to be told. But like I said before, I really did like what Al Ewing did with it. I thought he wrapped it up pretty well, and I'd say this is going to be leading into Donny Cates' new series. So for those reasons, we've got The Immortal Hulk issue number 50 coming in at number 6. And here we go, we're down to the top 5 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 5 this week, this is Dynamite's The Army of Darkness, 1979, issue number 2. This is the Stray Dogs Army of Dead crossover cover. I believe is the FOC variant, but I'm not 100% sure on that. This is a fantastic issue. I've talked about it before with the first one. If you're not a huge Evil Dead fan, you're probably not going to fully appreciate and understand this series. Ronnie Barnes is on fire with it. He's really hitting on Bruce Campbell's personality. He's really making sure the fans truly appreciate and love this series, so he must be a huge fan. But the cool thing with this one as well is if you're a fan of The Warriors, the movie from back in the day, that's kind of the crossover where we're at right now. It's kind of Army of Darkness meets The Warriors, and he is literally on fire with it. It's fantastic. I'm loving it. Definitely check it out if you're a fan. If you're a new reader, I'd say you could pick up the first issue, but you're not truly going to appreciate it and understand some of the jokes that Bruce Campbell makes, but give it a shot. I highly recommend it. So for those reasons, we've got The Army of Darkness, 1979, issue number 2, coming in at number 5. Next up this week, we've got coming in at number 4, this is Vault's Dead Box, issue number 2. This is cover A. Now, I'm going to be honest, I loved the first issue. I was a huge fan of it when I was done reading it. I even texted some of my friends, and I was like, yo, if you didn't pick up this issue, you need to go back to your LCS, you need to pick it up online. It was an incredible first issue. This one, really good in its own way. Not as good as the first one, but I still loved it. Artwork, same artwork as the first one, but the story, it was a different wow factor to me. So it's the same concept where you got the movie going on and it's kind of playing into the real life. Now with this one, it's dealing with these monkeys and a banana. And I'm not going to get into that. But where they went with that then, they were kind of relating the real life situations that were happening outside of the movie to the movie that was being shown to the one girl. And I thought that was incredible. I really don't want to get too into it. I would rather talk about it a little bit more down low, because if I get into it too much, it's definitely going to be a spoiler. It's going to give away the ending. And this is something that I truly think you need to read for yourself. This is one of those series that just has one of those wow factors that's, well, that's the moral of the story. Sometimes like Ice Cream Man, like the Ha Ha series, it gives me the same vibes on a different level, but kind of the same concept. So for those reasons, we've got Dead Box issue number 2 coming in at number 4. And next up on my list this week, we've got coming in at number 3, this is Marvel's brand new series, we've got Legends Black Panther, issue number 1. This is cover A and the retold origin story of the Black Panther. This was a very last second pickup for me, and I'm so happy that I grabbed it. Despite a lot of people talking about that this was going to be meant for kids, I loved it. And honestly, aren't we all just big kids at heart? We're still reading comic books. So with this issue, like I was saying, I'm really happy I grabbed it. Fantastic retold origin story. The artwork was great, and there really wasn't much else to this. I'm not going to get into the origin story itself because you need to read it for yourself. I'd be spoiling it for you. But that's pretty much what this entire issue was. We got to see T'Challa, his family, we got to see Shuri in there as well. It was just a really nice story. If you had a light week, definitely pick this one up. So for those reasons, we've got Marvel's Legends Black Panther issue number 1 coming in at number 3. And now we're down to the top 2 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 2 this week. This is Marvel's Kang the Conqueror, issue number 3. This is cover A. What a phenomenal issue this was. I love the story. It keeps getting better and better. The artwork that is paired with the story is phenomenal, and what a gorgeous cover this is too. In my opinion, this issue was like a Michael Bay movie, but has an incredible plot to go along with it. It's not just action scenes and explosions and cool stuff like that, because this is complete action, but the story that's being told with it, phenomenal. It's kind of the same thing like the other two issues. We've got Nathaniel Richards, and he's still trying to just get back at Kang. He's trying to fix the timeline a little bit. Doctor Doom gets brought into this one, and they go back in time again to Rama the Tut, and man, you need to read this one. If you're not on this series yet, pick it up. I think they have extra printings of this one as well, so there's no reason you can't get caught up in this one. So for those reasons, we've got coming in at number 2, Kang the Conqueror, issue number 3. And here we go, my top read of the week. We've got coming in at number 1 this week. This is Dark Horse's Maze Book, issue number 2. This is cover A. I loved this issue. This is a very Jeff Lemire book right now, especially with the artwork and the way it's being told. You really need to pick up that first issue. This was an incredible continuation onto that. We have the main character, and basically this whole issue is just a pickup of him trying to find his daughter, except there's a little bit more clues that's happening in the story. He's putting some pieces together, and that's kind of what this entire issue is. I'm not going to be getting into it because if you read the first one, you know how that first one was set up. There wasn't a ton of dialogue, and that's kind of how this one was too. It's just our main character, putting 2 and 2 together, and now he's finally figured out, or he's trying to figure out, how to find his daughter. He's coming to the conclusion that she's definitely alive, he's not crazy, and what's the next step? I loved it. Jeff Lemire, you are an incredible writer, definitely one of my favorite writers right now. So for those reasons, you need to check this series out. We've got Maze Book, issue number 2, coming in at number 1. And now it's time for this week's giveaway. The book I'm going to be giving away this week is going to be Dynamite's The Army of Darkness, 1979, issue number 2. This is the Stray Dogs cover, but I'm not just going to be giving away this book. I'm also going to be giving away the Virgin cover as well. As I said before, all you have to do is make sure you're subbed up to the channel and comment down below what your favorite issue of the week was. But we did hit last week's milestone, and I know this one's going to be a little bit of a stretch, but I know that we can do this. If we hit 7,000 subscribers by next week, I'm also going to be including in the giveaway a piece of original artwork. This is the Ultimate X-Men, issue number 67. This is incredible, and like I said before, if we hit 7,000 subscribers by next week's top 10 list, I'm going to be including that into the giveaway. I know it's going to be a stretch, but I'm confident that we can achieve that. And as always, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.